I have no tits, no ass.
Yeah, now we're recording.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you just fucking said. It's true though. Who the fuck thought, you know what? I want to fuck a kid. That's disgusting.
You know what is crazy? Back in Rome, didn't they used to do that? Like freaking old people would literally be with with little kids, and they were mostly like dude on dude. Like it was some gay shit going on. Yeah, look it up. Like they literally.
If you even mention Rome, you just automatically are a little gay.
Why?
All right, we're gonna kick it. Hey, howdy ho, howdy hey. Welcome back to another episode of the Average Joe's Coffee Show. This week, we got White Claw and Bang.
Yes, sir.
Bang. Yes,
Breakfast,
sir.
Bang. Dinner, bang. Fuck, I forgot lunch, bang.
Fuck, I gotta work another 12-hour shift, bang. Fuck, I'm a clinically depressed high schooler, bang.
No, I'm done banging. Last time I had a daughter.
That was pretty funny.
And afterwards, I had a bang.
I feel like kids are just the embodiments of pet peeves.
What the fuck? I have a daughter, bro. Can't be saying that right now.
Dude,
I love my little girl. Shout out to little Amira.
I'm not saying you don't love your kids. I'm just saying, like, I feel like they do everything to piss you off. Because I have 4 younger siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And I'm not going to tell...
more Bennies out there? Goddamn.
Shit, there might be like 9 running around the
Shut
world.
up.
I told you that.
You're a whore. Does your podcast know you're a whore?
Yeah, probably. The people who listen to my podcast know who I am. Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Jesus.
Actually, for the people I haven't... anybody that listens that I haven't seen in a couple years... Dude, you guys are fucking missing the party is what you guys are doing. Okinawa, Japan was a fucking time.
I thought you were going to say Okinawa, Japan was a blur.
It was.
Half the time.
That fucking place. Which kind of... So we're gonna just as a short topic to start with, we're gonna talk about pet peeves. That's why I said that.
The kids are pet peeves?
Kids,
the embodiment of a pet peeve.
Pet peeves. Like, I wake up in the morning and I want a son or a daughter. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I don't want to be annoyed 24/7.
They're not. Well, from my experience, I have a little daughter. She's like about to turn 9 months. And the only thing I could complain about her is that, like, you'll be sleeping at 4 in the morning, all you hear is, oh, wait, and you're just like, holy shit.
What did... The funniest thing I've ever heard about a kid, I was in Japan, I was at work, and my staff had just found out his wife was pregnant.
Jesus.
And this kid's cute. I have a picture with him somewhere when he was like 6 months old. This kid's so cute. And it's kind of made me want to have a kid of my own. But anyways, my master guns literally goes, listen, you have one job. That's to go to work and come back. So that shit at night where you got to get up and feed, that's her job. I was like, Master Guns, you can't say that. It's 2020, dog.
2020. No, I don't want to say that either, but yikes.
He was like...
I know, I'm a hardworking man. Your ass better get up at 4 in the morning to do that.
He goes, what are you going to offer that kid? You ain't got tits. I was like, he's got a point now.
Exactly. But
yeah,
I mean... Nowadays they use bottles, so like the man has to get up. Did you know that us men could feed our kids milk? There's like a little needle or whatever is that you could poke right in your nipple and milk comes out. We produce milk too.
You know that everybody's a female until like your Y chromosome kicks in?
So you're telling me my innie is actually an Audi?
No.
When does this happen? When does it come out? Because I'm tired.
When do you get the Y chromosome? When do you get the Y chromosome?
Yeah. When does this happen? Because I'm over here, got a woman in front of me. She's over here trying to get this schlong, and I pull it out, and it's like an innie. It's like a little cave. I tell it all the time. It's like a groundhog. It sometimes comes out here and there.
It saw your pussy. It said 6 more months of winter.
Sad days.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It popped out, saw the force, and was like, nah.
But back to that topic about pet peeves and stuff like that. What's like one of your worst pet peeves? Like one that's like isn't like something like really significant, but it bothers the fuck out of you.
When I get ignored. When I'm like in a group.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, no, I know. It's a real common. But, you know, I act more mad than I am. Usually. I act more aggressive than I am. And it's mostly as a joke. But what really actually gets on me is fucking being ignored. Especially when I'm in a group of people and they ask me something and then they proceed to ignore me. Or they say what a couple times.
Oh my
and
God.
they just to fuck with me. I'm like, dude, I'll slap the shit out of you. Like, you're pushing it. But, I mean, it's nothing serious. I don't get butthurt for that long. Unless it's important and you purposely ignored me. Like, then I'll get pissed off. The girl I was talking to before, she used to do that shit. She would just fucking leave me on red. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's like most females. I don't know why they do it. I don't know where you guys get that part in your head where you're just like, I'm gonna ignore this really, really nice guy, and I'm gonna go with the fuckboy. That's like literally.
Bitches
wait, hold up,
be
sorry,
crazy.
that shit getting personal. My bad. Let me go. Rewind.
Yeah, they're gonna go with the fucking fuckboy.
You're gonna go with Mark? Oh,
What? Are you okay?
no, I'm not.
No. No.
Sad days.
I don't know. Females do something weird. I was talking about it with somebody earlier, and it's on that podcast I did by myself. It's just fucking like, I don't understand what females do to men. Like, I know there's a sexual deal behind it, but I don't know what females do to men that just makes men go fucking crazy.
Like those little kids, literally been together for 3 months. They're like, we're gonna be together forever.
We're gonna be together forever.
I love you.
But
Honestly,
can you say you didn't do that in middle school?
no, I never did, because my mom, how I was raised, my mom was like tough as hell. Like,
Yeah.
my mama was over here like, if I cried for a woman, I was gonna get smacked. If I like even cared about a girl, like my mom really had an issue for if I ever did anything for like a girl, because she said that it should be the other way around, because she's like, you know, she's Mexican and she's like in those old school ways where like the woman does everything to provide for the man, which it should. But
which you should, ladies.
ladies, I'm telling you right now, if you don't know how to make a tortilla, you stand no chance.
Damn, if you don't know how, it's so easy to.
It is like,
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. That's
Yeah,
that's some back home
and
shit.
that's how we lost some subscribers.
Well, one of my currently 3
3 to 2 now.
3 to 1. I'd be so fucking mad, because I know all 3 of them too. I'm like, bitch, I'll track you down. I don't know. Pet peeves, like, they seem silly, but when you think about it, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Why the fuck are we? If you know it bothers somebody too. That's the other thing. That's another pet peeve. If you know something bothers somebody and you still do it, like, why?
To fuck with you.
Like, I understand joking around as friends, but there's a certain point, like, if that person's like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
And you keep doing it, like, now you're just an asshole.
I don't know. I think
That's why I take drugs.
that's why I do a line of coke.
That's why I used to do coke.
Nah, I think like, I don't know. I think it's something with your brain, honestly, because it's kind of weird.
Before you go any further, there's probably some people listening that are like, oh yeah, you do, well, whatever. But there's others that are listening that are like, yo, this motherfucker actually did coke for a while. He's not joking.
Yeah,
I
no
don't.
problem.
I'm sober. I haven't done that kind of stuff in a while. I don't do that shit anymore.
Benedict,
It's
why
not
is
good
your
for you.
nose running?
Why your shit bleeding? No reason.
Every time I do a podcast, gotta take a line.
My desk isn't white or anything.
Honestly, if we're going to that fact, one of my pet peeves is those people that don't know how to like puff pass. Like, this man is holding it, puffing the fuck out of it, and doesn't pass. Like,
you're like, damn, bitch, you gonna suck the whole thing down?
unless it's a girl, if I see that shit happen, I'm like, what are you doing later tonight? Like, I just
Hey,
saw
baby,
you
get
hit
this
that
up.
blunt, and you took it all in one fucking puff. So what you doing? Like in kindergarten, when you were in kindergarten, you saw that
What's
girl
good, baby?
that slurped that whole Capri Sun in one gulp. You're just like, What's up, baby girl?
Damn, mommy. You say in fucking kindergarten?
Yes, sir.
It took me a second.
I still remember her name. I'm just like,
Oh my
I ain't gonna say it
God.
because just in case my fiance hears this. I love you, baby girl.
Watch, she's gonna fucking pull up later and be like, "Hey, bitch, the
Right.
fuck did you say?"
Right now, I get a call. Oh no, the episode's not even out yet. How did you hear that?
It's not even posted.
Holy
I don't know,
shit.
man.
Don't worry.
Shit, I don't know.
We'll
People
edit
are
that out.
fucking weird.
I don't know. One of my pet peeves, I guess I could say that's kind of weird, is like when people put their hands on my shoulders. Like for some reason, that triggers me to
Like, just walk up and put their hand on your shoulder.
yeah, or like when they try to talk to me or like tell me something.
And they put your hand on.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know why, but like it triggers something in my mind. No, I don't have daddy issues or anything like that, but for some reason it's so weird.
It's not daddy.
It all started when he put his hand on my shoulders.
I
No.
thought you were gonna say.
No,
It
it's
all
just I
started
don't know.
when he touched me.
I don't know what it is. I think like pet peeves like start when you're like a little kid. Like
You think
something
that's
happened to
something-
you and it just like
It's
stayed
just
with you.
it bothers you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're just like
I agree.
wow.
I mean, I don't know. I have 4 younger siblings, and by no means was I not loved as a kid. But I think that thought that they were getting more attention than me, and I kind of felt like I was being ignored, was one of the reasons that I don't like being ignored. Because I don't. I fucking hate it.
See? There you go.
Like, I'm not gonna throw a fit. I'll just quit talking. But
go your way.
that's why I run this shit.
Play the little XXXTentacion in the background, just like, fuck you guys, I don't need you.
With a fucking fuck you, bitch. Yeah, I don't know,
It's
man.
tough days. I don't know, maybe shit. No, it's making me think.
This is the kind of shit that makes people do drugs.
Yo, wait, well, how did this go to drugs? You getting ignored made you go to drugs now?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's like, I want your attention. Start smoking like everything he can see.
I want your attention.
And that's how we get those crazy ass girls and crazy ass
Dude.
dudes. Because honestly, I have to agree with like the older generation. Well, like the older generation saying that our generation is weak. I have to agree with that. Just for the fact that like we literally have little ass kids over here saying they love each other and all that stuff, and then the next week they break up, and then this dude is suicidal, and I'm just like, calm down.
What?
just calm down.
Yeah,
You
it's
haven't seen
wild.
that? Because
no, yeah, I have 4 younger siblings. I see it
yeah,
all
like
the
that
time.
shit's like why? Like I believe like a woman or like a male should not be like your whole freaking life. Like, bro, you got literally so much to live for. Like you could literally do anything. You don't need to be with that person. You live
Yeah.
like 18 or 19 years old or freaking 7 or 8 if you had a girlfriend that freaking young. But like you live that long without them.
Excuse me.
There's no way that in a month you could fall in love with someone so hard.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There's some people that find each other in McDonald's and they're lifetime partners.
Freaking little
Usually they're crackheads, but it is what it is.
or
Like,
little whales.
the love is still there.
Whoa, you got the Big Mac too? Crazy.
Oh, you got a double quarter. You got a double quarter pounder with cheese and bacon. Yo, this bitch, my wife.
So you gotta go spoil my girl. Yo, baby, dollar menu. Get anything you want. Anything.
Honestly, that little voice I did just then, it reminded me for some reason of my boy Furman. Which,
Furman?
if for some wild reason he's listening, shout out to him. Not shout out to Jersey because fuck that place, but he's from Jersey, and I just feel like for some reason that's how they meet each other. Hey, yo, B.
yo.
What's bracket, bro?
Ooh, my God. Hey, you think like different races like meet each other in different ways? Like,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
like how would like a Mexican meet another female Latina? Like,
¿Qué pasó, güera?
It's like, what's up, baby?
¿Sabes qué?
For the Spanish speakers over here, it's like they'll be like, "Hola, chiquita," and then they'll be like, "Chiquita la tienes, way." If you didn't get that, I'll translate it right now. It's like saying, "What's up?" Like, "What's up, little one?" And then they basically said, "Oh, you have the little one," and then you're just like, "Oh."
Oh, and then you kind of laugh, and then you have kids.
Oh, actually, that's one of my pet peeves. I think that's most guys though, but like
What?
whenever like
A female tries to say some shit about your dick.
yep, like for some fucking
A lot
reason.
of guys are like that.
So for some fucking reason, like once you call it, well, I mean, I got over it now by over the years because like I make it a joke now. They literally tell me like you have a small ass dick, and I'm just like still tapped it.
You got a loose ass pussy.
Hell no, I respect women. I just hit them with that. I hit him with that. Yo, I still tapped it though. I still tapped it. Hey. That's all that matters. Or I'll be having like, oh, also another pet peeve. Like, I don't understand why, like, if you break up with a female and stuff like that, or like your guys are not together for some reason.
Spread rumors about her.
No. Well, yeah, I never spread a rumor, but like, I mean, like, their boyfriend for some reason hates you. Like,
yeah, like, bitch, we're grown ass men.
Like, why? Like,
chill out. I'm not with her. I don't want to be with her.
Look, man, I get it. Like, you think I'm like freaking. I think it's honestly like they compare themselves with you, and like they're over here like, man, he's pretty handsome, he's pretty cute, and whatever's, and then starts getting like,
you real fucking cute.
It's like, you know what? Fuck you, man. You got a dimple. Fuck you.
I don't know. I never understood why people couldn't tell the truth about a breakup. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna.
I think that's more like with females, because like if a male breaks up with you and stuff like that, for girls, I'm pretty sure that feels like.
We need to have a female on the show. I do. I need to have one.
Yo, we got Abby coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could put
we
her.
Need to get a fucking
if you didn't know, that's my fiance.
We need to get a female perspective.
Fuck no, I'll be talking like halfway and then I'll get smacked in the face like, oh, holy crap.
You said what?
Yeah.
You had a dream about what?
I'm a little simp. I'm the one that gets hit in this relationship. It's okay.
What the fuck happened? Where did simping come from? Like, oh, because I'm a fucking nice person and I want to do things that make you notice that I'm affectionate of you. I'm a simp. I feel like it was a couple guys. I feel like it was a couple guys that went overboard, and they were like, I want to fucking give you $3,000 for your OnlyFans.
That is simping, my buddy.
That's simping. Like, I feel like that's like the extreme. But like a guy that's just gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, you need a ride to work, I'll fucking give you a ride.
Hey, whenever they call off guys' night, you're fucking simping. Remember, you literally have
Saturdays are for the boys, son.
You literally have a big ass flag to say Saturday or for the boys. And like, if you're gonna ditch your buddies, which you've been with, like, if you really think about it, I never understood the fact that like you probably been through it. Like one of your buddies, like one of your good buddies, gets in a relationship, and then all of a sudden he's a ghost. He doesn't come through no more. He doesn't say what's up no more because he's always with his girl.
Yeah.
Like that's so like that bothers me. Like I'm not that type of person. Like with my friends and stuff like that, like shit, we're still homies because like I known you longer.
I've known you long. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
it almost so. I don't understand when females like they get mad about that. If you don't spend more time with them, or you don't quit hanging out with your boys just to hang out with them, because that almost happened with my ex-wife when I went through it. I was going to New Year's. Shout out to my boy fucking Mark, Holes and Brandon. We were going to mainland Japan for New Year's, and I'd already had the conversation with my ex-wife about not being together, and I was finding out things that were going on that I didn't previously know about, and I was heartbroken, but she has the audacity to fucking get mad at me when she sees pictures of us hanging out, we're having a good time, and she called me. I was drunk asleep. So first of all, there was no waking me up. I was drunk asleep doing something else, and I'm not gonna go into that, but
this man used all his creamy power.
He called me like, I think there was like 17 missed calls, all had voicemails, 20 something texts, just all what are you doing? Where are you?
I think it's more of the fact that like when something like that happens, they expect you to be sad. They don't expect you to have fun. They don't expect you to like
to try to fucking heal.
Yeah, to heal. They're like,
if I don't want to be scarred.
If I did this to you, I better see you fucking crying. Yeah, it's like that. Honestly, like I just don't understand, because like there are like literally two types of men. There's
Yeah.
the one that goes into that deep freaking depression and is sad, and then there's the one that, like, you know, you're sad, you're depressed, but
Understand it,
like
you move on.
you're gonna freaking keep trying to roll with the train and
Yeah.
like not be left behind. That's how I am. Like, my fiance always gets mad at me because when we have an issue or anything like that, automatically I go towards like other people and I just try to have fun because I'm not trying to be over here sad in my room trying to eat my chips and watch freaking Jersey Shore. And that's how you get to 200 pounds, buddy.
Hey,
False alarm.
I don't know, man. It's just it's wild, dude. I don't understand where like.
But I mean,
Where-
guys
where?
are like that too. Like, imagine like,
Oh yeah, guys will fucking. You can't hang out with your girlfriends. You can't do shit.
yeah, but like those
You're
are
like,
the insecure guys though.
Yeah. She's out cheating. No, motherfucker. She's out having a good time with her friends.
See,
You
I don't
wanna do the same
understand that.
shit.
I don't understand because like if you're feeling that way, might as well just break it. Why?
Yeah,
There's
why
no
are
way
you-
you can have a relationship without trust.
Yeah. And that's another thing that didn't that I talk about my divorce a lot because I like people to learn from the mistakes I made, especially you guys because you're a little younger and you're engaged or you've got kids or whatever else. And there's certain things like your situation is going to be different than mine. But like you look at the things I did wrong, there was a lot of things I did wrong. By no means is it all my ex-wife's fault because I 100% did a lot of things wrong. But like I learned from those in the relationships I'm looking for now. I tell them straight up, I'm like, listen, I'm not going to stop hanging out with friends just because you want to talk to me. I'm not going to stop doing what I like to do, like hiking and my podcast and stuff like that, just because you want me to. So you're going to have to live with that. And there's been a couple that are like, I want more of your time. I feel like we're not together enough. I'm like, well, we're not because you fucking want to be up my fucking dick hole all the time.
Honestly, I think that like really depends on the man because
Yeah.
a lot of people always say that. Like, I'm pretty sure you had those buddies that were like, oh, I would never change for a girl, but then like they get in a relationship,
him do it.
2 months later they're literally a different person and you can't even hang out with them because their girl's like, oh, it's us time, I'm sorry bro, I can't freaking be there. And I'm like, okay, well,
My
fuck
girl
you,
wants
dude.
to hang out. My girl
Yeah.
wants to hang out.
And it's
Like,
so
dog, come
annoying,
on.
dude.
You're a grown man.
Like,
There
if-
needs to be a certain amount of mutual respect for each other.
yeah, of course.
And I've got a couple good friends that were there. There was this guy. I was in Okinawa, which a lot of my stories are from Okinawa, but
Life's
I was
a blur.
there, and something happened. I started fucking yelling at him because, like, I felt like that mutual respect wasn't there.
It's always about
There was a
respect.
couple things that happened that night that I was really pissed off about, and then he just treated me because he was like 27 or 28, and I was 20 at the time. He just treated me like I didn't know shit. Which I try not to do to other people. I end up doing it on accident. I'm 100% guilty of it. But there's certain things that I do know. Like, I know what it's like to go through a divorce. I know how the paperwork goes. I know
Yeah.
how fucking long relationships being over is really fucking hard. Obviously, I fucking went through a drug phase. That shit was rough.
Experiences, man, experiences. It's not like
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna go to
learn.
someone that like literally has a kid and start telling them about like how to properly
This is
take
how
care
you
of a
should
kid.
raise your kid.
Yeah, like
no, bitch. You don't fucking know. Do you have a kid?
exactly.
And
like,
it's even more infuriating when that person has never been in that situation. Like,
What
I'm
do
not
you-
going to tell you how to raise your kid. I'll tell you how I was raised, and I'll let you kind of make your own choices. Because you're you, for one. And two, like, I don't care that much.
tough days. Yo, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you got divorced. Tough days, dude. Tough
That's pretty
days.
funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I think everyone's guilty for it, but like
Oh, yeah.
sometimes we do really stoop really low. Even like the most mature people, like
They
they
get
stoop
petty.
that low and they just
Yeah.
like punch you in the gut. Most of the time, it's a girl.
They
Not
give
gonna
you a
lie.
good old dick punch.
Yep, they're just like,
Right.
well, fuck you. You remember this? Or like they hit you with something that's real low and you're just like, wow.
Wow.
So wow. Cheated on you once. Still haven't got over
Whoa,
it.
come on
Wow.
now.
Oh,
That's,
whoa, whoa.
that's a little different.
Honestly, no, because like if you really think about it, like more and more that stuff literally becomes a norm. Like people really like really think like cheating is like a normal thing now. Like
I wouldn't.
you can
I
literally
will
be in a
never agree
relationship
with that.
and that happens. Like
Yeah,
and
it
people
does.
get
It
over
happens
it
all the time.
People
And
forgive.
People forget. You should always, forgiveness is a key, but there's certain things you just can't forgive, and that is one of them for me. But that's for me. If I was with a girl and I thought everything was going good and I was taking care of her and I was doing everything right, and she went and fucked another dude, I'd be heartbroken, because that's not only time and the love that I've given her, but it's also like, what did I do wrong? If I'm doing all these things right, like, then insecurities start popping up and leads to drugs.
And that's why I really feel bad for. That's really how I really feel bad for some women. Like, literally, it's always like seems like it's the man. Nowadays,
Oh, yeah.
it's switching off. Girls are doing it more often now. Like women are really out here like, oh, this is your best friend. Fucks your best friend, and you're just like, wow,
Wow.
wow.
I see how it is.
But like,
listen,
I don't know, man.
this goes out to ladies and the fellas.
Yup.
Stop fucking cheating on each other. Get in a relationship. If you don't want to be with that person, break up. Don't fucking put them through the heartache, and don't put yourself through the heartache, and don't spread rumors, and don't do all that dumb shit.
Honestly, I feel like that's so repetitive though, because you could literally.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure so many people have said that, but they're still in that relationship.
They're still there.
That girl
doing
is still
that dumb
forgiving
shit.
that dude. That dude is still forgiving that fucking girl,
And
then
they're
just,
still fucking other people.
Yep, and they're just it's whatever. It's like I have a buddy. He's never gonna listen to this podcast, so it's fine. But I have a buddy that when I went to San Diego for my like school and all that, I have a buddy named we're gonna just call him G. And
I was about to say, don't say if you don't want to.
No.
Don't say his real name.
But there was this female that I was friends with, and her name, we're just gonna say the B. So, so they were both cheaters. Like they're both freaking not loyal to like nothing, and they got together, and literally they would be cheating on each other every single time, and like I just don't understand, like literally. And then I found out like later on that B went to my buddy G's freaking room and met his like roommate, and they fucked. Like the roommate and that girl literally fucked, and my buddy doesn't even know. And that's like, what the fuck, bro? Like how could you?
So you got that tea, bro.
Yeah, like if you cheat so much, like I just have a question. Like how could you look at the other person and still be like okay? Like I can never like cheat and then look at that person and be like, I love you. Like, how?
I will have to say, there's certain times where some people will view it as cheating, and others they won't view it the same. So, like, I talk about the first time I slept with somebody else that wasn't my ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't fully divorced yet, but we had already had the conversation that we're not going to be together anymore. She was sleeping with somebody else, and I was like, you know what? Why am I waiting around? And that's when I met up with that Australian flight attendant.
Because it's the right thing to do, my
and
buddy.
It was a fucking rebound. I needed something.
Rebounds are horrible too.
But it wasn't. Some people say I'm a cheater because we weren't divorced yet.
Somewhat. I mean, not really.
Because we had already talked about being split. And she was already with somebody else.
Yeah, but like, imagine the power that you could have had over there. You could have literally been like, even though we got divorced and stuff like that, I was still loyal until those papers were finally
separated.
done.
So, it's no longer. You can go by Marine Corps standards too. It's no longer adultery if you're separated, and that's how it was. We were separated, I waited. I tried, and I was like, "Yo, I want to come home. I'm gonna fix things," and then I found out she was sleeping with somebody before I got to come home, and I was like, you know, fuck that. She's not gonna put the effort forth. I'm not gonna put the effort forth. I'm gonna go out and fucking have a good time and sleep with whoever the fuck I want.
I think it's like so different for other guys. Like for me, I love having that little power behind that. Like I could literally I could literally say like if I broke up with somebody and they're already like going with some other dude, but they still like hit me up and trying to make it work, but they're with somebody else too. I'm just like, well, I mean, I never went with anybody else, so like, you are over there looking. Why should I accept
that you do it?
Huh?
Why should I accept that you do it? Like, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, kind of like. Just like
I was loyal. Why aren't you?
more for because it makes them look like
2 grams of carbs.
oh my god, carbs. It makes them look like I don't know how the right words to say it, but like there's something behind it when you like it makes you feel way better knowing that like they're over there doing something, but you are strong enough as a man to not follow lead. Because like that, mostly that's what happens. Like they start like meeting other people, and then automatically you're like, you know what, fuck it.
Oh, I'm gotta go meet other people.
Yeah, and then like for me, I'd rather just wait it out and say like, hey, I waited this long. I waited 3 months or like 4 months, and then I finally got back, because that's more healthy than you finding a rebound or like doing that. Because honestly, in my life, even though I'm like still pretty young, I've always done that in my entire life. Every single time I've ever broke up with a girl, the very next day, boom, bada bing, got some fucking putang.
Got some Badusi.
But at a moment, I'm pretty sure you can relate. When you have when you like go and have sex with somebody else, it's just whatever. Like you don't feel anything. Like it's like at the moment you do, but then afterwards you're just like, oh, whatever. It was just sex. Yeah, like there's you don't get anything out of that.
I never understood why people just hooked up. Like it's fine, whatever. Do what you want to do.
What do you mean by dude? Like what do you mean by hook up? Like
just one night stands. Because when I was doing
love one night stands.
I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying like that may or may not have led to like 9 kids, dude.
That's the point. This is why we wear protection. Shout out and sponsored by Trojan Condoms.
Oh, I wish, dude, I wish. I'd have a studio for sure.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. When I was doing it, it felt weird. Like it didn't feel wrong because I was having a good time, but it just felt weird because we just had sex and then I either slept there or dipped out.
You never had like that pillow talk? Because I think that would be the weird part. Dude, after you have sex and you're just like,
I was doing drugs and drinking. You really think I was taking the time?
Okay, then how the fuck did you even get your dick up? I know when I'm drunk, my shit don't work.
Hey man, don't worry about it.
My dude was taking the rhino pills. Another sponsor, let's get it.
Blue Chews. Shout out, sponsor me.
That brings up another topic though, like kids or like adults literally having sex and having random ass kids. Like
you just popping kids out.
Yeah,
and then
like
they don't take care of them.
Yeah, and they're just literally there. And you just add it to the population.
The worst part's the kid's probably just like, what the fuck, guy?
Yeah, like what the fuck, like
why you do me like this?
Okay, I ain't gonna really say anything because I had someone did that when I had my kid, because I was going through boot camp when my kid was like about to be born, and then after that, me and my baby mama just like didn't work out, and after that I was like so far away, so like there's no way I could be there for my kid. So she literally gave birth by herself, did all that stuff and blah blah blah, and like, but
you were somewhere else. Like you weren't just a deadbeat. You were
but
doing
like
shit. Like you were actively,
even though like I wasn't a deadbeat, you still feel like a deadbeat. Like
I'm sure
you're not with your kid, you're not seeing her, you're not like seeing everything that's going on with her. You know how many times I had a call from my family to tell me like, oh, your kid's sick and blah blah blah, and like I'm just feeling like crap because I can't be there. I personally can't like pick her up, make her happy and everything. Yeah. And like with the little moments that I have seen her, I treasure those. Like all time, that is my favorite thing to do. That's the only thing in my life that makes me happy. Like just having that little moment to see something that is so innocent, so tiny, looking like you, just smile right back at you, and you're just like, oh my god,
you're so perfect.
It's like, oh my god, you're a little bit ugly, but it's fine.
Why are you so white?
Okay, that's a little story. When we were working together, I just like was looking at pictures of my kid, and Benedict was over there doing his little thing, and I was just like, wow, my kid is really white. Because I'm pretty dark. Yeah. Her mother is darker than me, so like when this kid came out really white. Bitch, what the fuck? My boy Benny over here turns is like, I got some news for you. No man, that's my kid. I know for sure. There's no way.
I don't know, man. And what's crazy is you see guys that you know, they get in these relationships, they fall head over heels or whatever else, and then
Always.
they fucking get broken up with or they get cheated on, and then they fucking spiral.
Yup.
Been there. Personally. They spiral, and then, you know, you see them a year later and they don't look the same. They're cheeks sucked in, they're fucking gray hair.
Okay, that's like real bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the ones that got real bad, you're like, damn, dude, what the fuck?
Hey, I think it's like both ways. Because honestly, it's either when you break up with them, you use that shit to like motivate yourself to do better.
Yeah.
And like for me, when I had my very first heartbreak, technically, she will always call me skinny. That was like one of my insecurities back then. I was always skinny. So whenever like we broke up, fucking burgers all night, boy, burgers all night.
You want skinny, bitch?
And I reached up to 189.
Yeah.
So I was a hefty little boy. Could not run for shit. So when I was over there trying to join the pool league program, I was over there just running 5 miles every day just to get back to shape.
Yeah.
I went to 175, went to boot camp, went to like 160 and blah, blah, blah. And then whenever I got back to being low and stuff like that, I was pretty happy with myself. I was like, you know what? I don't need that. Like, I don't need to be bigger to be happy and stuff like that. And then there's other guys that like literally get broken up with and they're just like, my life is over.
Dude, this
Playing
goes back to
Juice
those
WRLD.
fucking kids, dude. Where the fuck? And it's, you know what's crazy? It's our generation raising these kids now. It's the kids that fucking, she broke up with me, I'm gonna kill myself.
I can never like imagine having your daughter.
I couldn't kill myself.
Like your daughter or like your son, and they literally get heartbroken, and they're like that. Like personally, for me, I don't have that what you call it? That patience with somebody. I'm just like, bro, really.
You're 13.
Now you're 13. That little girl doesn't even know how to wipe her own ass, and you're crying.
Jesus. I don't know, man. It was always kind of weird to me because I don't know. Like I said before, I was bullied throughout, you know, elementary and middle school until I moved schools, and so I didn't really have friends, but I saw like the kids that were getting in quote unquote relationships, and oh, I love you, and they were fucking sucking face in the hallways. I'm just like, Jesus.
No.
Even when I was with my ex-wife, because we dated through high school, I would like walk with her to class, give her a kiss, and then dip out. I wouldn't fucking sticking my tongue down her throat every chance I got.
Oh my god, dude, that was. I do not agree with that.
Half the time I wouldn't even hold her hand.
Yeah, like
I just kind of.
That's weird, dude.
Let's go. Come on, baby.
I just never understood those relationships where like you're holding hands everywhere you're going, you're kissing like in front of everybody. Like no, like I think that's like a intimate thing that you like do by yourself or whatever.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's, you know, I think it's cute when people hold hands. You know, little old couples are holding hands and
that's
walking
different
along.
Though. They're old. they're using that for so they could both actually
that's
walk.
Stability.
They're doing that for their own personal reasons.
Even just, you know, fucking young couples doing it. Like I'm like, oh, that's cute. They give a kiss and then go.
Yeah.
The problem I have is when your fucking hand is up her ass and you guys are sucking face in the hallway next to the trash can in the hallway. You're like, damn, dude, she fucking... You're going to see her in like 45 minutes.
Stop, man. I have a daughter, remember. One day she's going to get to that point and I'm
terrified. She's going to get her fucking tongue sucked out of her head.
You're trying not to make it out of this podcast, huh?
Dude, I am, trust me, I'm terrified to have a daughter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every male would. That's tough. Imagine just like...
I'm terrified to have any kids. Because I'm like, dude, they're going to get heartbroken. They're going to get hurt.
See, that was my thought process throughout the whole time. I never wanted to have kids for that reason, just for the fact that, like, dude, the world is fucking retarded. Like, anything you do or anything you say, anybody could fucking, like, destroy you. Like, you'll literally say your own opinion, boom, your teacher shuts you down,
Canceled.
Your freaking friends shut you down, and people are just mean. Like, I never wanted to have kids for the fact that, like, everything I went through when I was, like, little made me to the point where I was like, I cannot have something that looks like me, because if it looks like me and it starts crying, I'm gonna feel horrible.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, like it's like a horrible feeling knowing that something that is so innocent gets corrupted because people are making fun of them. Like,
damn, that's a deep fucking conversation. That is something that it would take a whole podcast to go over. I don't know. When my ex-wife and I were talking about having kids, because she wanted to have kids when she got out of high school,
even though
I was in another country. I mean, but that was still wanting to have kids with me, and I wanted to have kids, and I'm kind of glad that we didn't. But there's times where I'm like, damn, even if I did have a kid, like, can I do this? Am I gonna be able to take care of a child?
That's the thing. You like they always say, you're never actually ready. You just,
dude,
you full send that bitch.
I'm telling you, I'm terrified. I legitimately, like, I make jokes about it, but I'm at times legitimately scared that there's young kids that are mine running around the world.
Exactly.
Well, it wouldn't be unlikely. Like, it's completely possible. But
you fucking whore.
Amen. But like, just the thought of it, I'm like, Jesus, that's fucking
going back
me,
to,
dog.
Going back to what you were saying.
There's a light-skinned baby somewhere out
oh
there.
My god. The little light skin doing that one little move, grabbing the freaking cheek like, I'm so fucking cute. Over here like, ooh, I got a little bit of Texas in me, my boy. Like, ooh,
oh,
I'm unique. No, but like, same, like, going back to what you were saying, that's so fucking, like, I understand, because you said, like, your, like, wife, your ex-wife was, doing shit behind your back. But she was still able to tell you, like, oh, I want to have kids and stuff like that. How would that even work? Why would you even do that? Like,
she wasn't at the time. This was the end of our relationship when she was doing that. And by that time, we'd stopped talking about having kids. And, just things weren't... There was 6 months where we really just weren't getting along. And I was hoping it was just one of those things where we were... we're trying to work things out. And, the distance, the 7,000 miles away was hurting us. But it wasn't. In all reality, we just moved too fast, and we weren't ready to be in the place we were in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That makes sense.
And it is what it is. Like, I wish I wasn't divorced, but I learned a lot of lessons from that. And I'm moved on. I lived my life to the fullest in Japan, and then I came back here, and now I'm kind of starting to look. There's certain things, like, you ever catch a vibe from somebody?
Yeah, that's literally how everything clicks. Once you can meet with somebody and they literally just vibe with you so quick, that's spectacular.
So I'm not going to say her name, but I talk about her quite a bit. That's that person. I met her and started vibing with her, and we kind of just hit it off, and I thought, I don't know, it's just... There's something... This is why I don't understand what fucking females do to men. That's so out of my league. But, like, it just feels like I can't get her the fuck out of my head.
It's that one little moment.
But it's also like I don't want to.
Yeah, it's something special. Like, that one little moment, you can literally click with somebody, and then they're just in your head.
Yeah.
24/7.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's rough.
I hate it. Oh my god.
I just want her.
Freaking become a drug addict for love. You're just like, come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
She sends you a text. Oh, I just got my fix.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it will change, here in a couple years or so. But, oh, what the fuck? My bad. That's kind of loud.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Relationships are like...
Beaches be crazy.
You won't, like... It's like those little raffle tickets. You literally grab one, and then you have no fucking idea what you're going to win. And then, boom, you got a crazy bitch, and you're just like, wow!
That's pretty funny.
Another one!
That's true, though, dude. It's like... I don't know. It's people, you just meet them. And I don't have a problem with talking to people from high school. Like, I like talking to people from high school. Because... I know that person, and they're kind of have grown up the same way. But at the same time, I don't, because I know that person.
Yup, and every
I want something new
about them.
Yeah, I want something new. I want to meet a person just randomly in a bar. And if it clicks, it clicks.
Honestly, I wish that like I got on the. Sometimes I wish like I could have waited a little longer, because like think about it, like people that are getting in relationships right now, like you're
for
like
your daughter or for your fiance?
No, well, like in relationships in general, like people are getting together at 19 years old. You could literally name out every little single thing, and then boom, bada bing, you got no more stories because they can't make any more memories because, you know, either they stop you from making memories or you, like all that stuff.
See, that's that's what I try to tell people that are younger than me, especially guys that are first coming to the Marine Corps. I'm like, dude, listen, you're in a relationship, that's great, that's grand, but continue to make memories, to continue to make stories. Because, like, my big thing, there's a book. I have it somewhere. It doesn't look like it's up on my shelf. But I have a book that it's called Earnest Stories. It's my great-great-great-grandfather. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere up the line. My great-grandmother's dad. So, yeah, I think I was right. And, you know, it's just stories from when he was a kid all the way up through World War II and into his adult life and having kids and all that stuff. And I want to be able to tell stories like that. Like, I want to be able to sit down in a fucking rocking chair when I'm old as shit and my little chilling there.
Uncle Benny, tell us a story. Grandpa, tell us a story.
I was going to say uncle.
Hey, man.
And just fucking... Oh, wait, I do have 4 younger siblings.
There you go, buddy.
And just be able to tell them these wild stories from back when I was a kid. Because I am a kid. You know, I'm a grown man.
You're a grown baby.
I'm a grown baby.
Baby face, man body.
Where'd Jeffrey go? Oh, there he is.
Who's Jeffrey?
Jeffrey, my little chicken. Story behind this, so you know, it's for Easter when Gunny Meisenheimer, my old boss, first got to the shop. His wife made us all Easter baskets, and these were in them. And I obviously ate all the fucking candy because I'm a fat ass. But they had these little chickens in them, and I named mine Jeffrey. And he's literally, like, I thought I lost him, and he just showed back up. He's missing a patch of hair. But he just kind of, like, he just sits on my desk now. He's got a little wood stool that he sits on. And I didn't see him. That's why I said, "Where's Jeffrey?" Where is he?
Honestly,
where is she?
I think your life ends whenever you stop being a kid. Even though like they say you should be mature and stuff like that.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. When you stop having that childlike joy, you stop living. And yeah, you may still be alive, but you're not making memories. You're not experiencing.
Yeah, so
you're just kind of there.
So like what you were telling me upsetting. About like when we were having that, like we're gonna have a party for the Marine Corps birthday, I was thinking not to go just for the fact that like it's a party. I kind of don't want to see my corporals. Shout out to those homies. I love you guys, but shit. But
I don't want to see y'all fucked up.
Yeah, but
like those are the stories. Like
that stories.
You can look at this picture on my desktop. This picture, let's see. Corporal, sergeant, corporal. I think she may have picked up sergeant. Corporal, sergeant, corporal, meritorious sergeant, and lance corporal. I actually at the time, I think these two were lance corporals and he was a corporal. He had just picked up. So like all of these people are higher ranked than me, but I had a fucking blast. You could tell I am red as shit. I'm sunburned. My shorts are hiked up to my fucking crotch. And I am gone. But I'm having the time of my life.
Those are good times.
And I will never forget that with these people. That's why it's my desktop.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know. It was just worth it to go experience it. Because I tell that story all the time. This is the night that I ended up running across the highway naked.
Oh, and when
this is that night.
When they thought you were two people because your ass is so fat.
Hey, come on now. Yes, this is the motherfucker that thought that shit too.
Hey, man.
That one right there.
Be happy that you have more booty than most girls out here.
That's sad. Kind of hurts my feelings.
Yo, share. All right, share. Yo.
Some of the...
Shout out to the people that are flat.
Baby's
about to donate.
Shout out to the flat bitches. Hit me up. I got you. No, like, these are some of my closest friends. And it was worth getting to know them beyond, like, just friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting to know them in a situation where it's a little stressful. It's a little rough. It was a kind of a rough situation, but I know them better now. You know how people act when they're drunk.
Yeah.
You can get a better
could,
gauge.
Yeah, you could make a whole thing. That's why when you were telling me to go to that party, I was a little skeptical at first, but then after you explained it to me, I was like, yeah, sure. Then I told you I was only going to be there for 4 hours, and you're like, no, I'm going to stay there forever. And I was like, holy shit. But
no, man, it's an experience that you'll never get again. And that's why I'm kind of upset that you guys don't get a ball this year. Like, I've had 3. So I know what's going to happen. I kind of know the situation. I know what I'm going to do. And you can kind of... Yeah. But you guys don't get to experience that this year. And it's... Yes, the ceremony's long, and it fucking sucks at certain points because people want to talk forever. But it is worth it. 100%. It is some of my favorite times ever. And I'll never forget it. Like, I'll never forget being fucking... I was in mainland with my boys for New Year's. Some guys I was talking about before. And, you know, we were drinking one night. We went to Shibuya. And there was this bar I was fairly certain was run by Yakuza. Because you got patted down going in. It was like a $50 cover charge. But you got a free drink. Or it was like $25 or some shit like that. So you got a free drink. And the drinks were kind of light anyways. But I was fucking sending them just one after another after another. And I told them, hey, I'm going to go outside. I don't feel good. I'm going to get some air. And I didn't go outside. I went to the bar and got like 3 shots of tequila.
Oh my God.
And brought 2 more back and just fucking sent them. And then... Like an hour later, I was like, hey guys, I'm going to go outside. I'm not feeling good. And this time I actually went outside and they lost me. And they almost got on the train by themselves. It would have been rough because my phone was dead. But like there's stories from that night that I'll be able to tell until I'm 70. And they're going to be like, Grandpa, what the fuck? I'm going to be like, dude, it was a wild time back in the day.
Man, I wish
back in 2019.
All my memories are filled with regrets. Waking up next to a freaking sloth, and I'm just like, oh God. Like, what did I do?
You know, it's about the memories for me. That's why I'm so about going out and traveling. Going out and experiencing some stuff that you wouldn't be able to normally. Like going to Mexico, going to fucking South America, going to Europe, going to Asia. Anywhere. Going to Australia. I'm still going. I'm going to meet up with my kid.
Yo, if you're listening to this right now, I got your poppy right here talking.
Listen, kiddo.
Imagine that, dude. Imagine that.
Man,
Imagine you go back and you just have like a little 4-year-old kid.
Kid would be almost 2. Year and a half, something like that. It's a weird life, man. But I have stories. There's things that I can say I've done that nobody in my high school ever did. I graduated with 175 people. And I can guarantee less than a quarter of them have experienced as much as I have.
Yeah. You've been out there. You've been getting those little memories made. Wish I was kind of like that. All the memories I made are just literally just, you know, not proud
But you're new,
memories.
man. You've got time. That's why I keep telling you guys, if you fucking get the chance, go to California or go to Japan. Because California, you can go out on UDP and literally just stay there for 6 months.
No! I already told you my stories about California. I literally fell off a fucking 30-foot cliff and I survived. The man literally came to go rescue me with a helicopter and everything. He was like, how did you survive? And I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of numb. Yep, I'm kind of numb. He took, like... Literally, he looked at my body and he found out the reason. Apparently, when I was going down the cliff, I was hitting rocks, so it slowed me down enough to like hit the fucking floor and like be good.
I don't know, man. This kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier about drugs.
Drugs, my dude.
Yeah, so
Shrooms.
you shouldn't do cocaine. Like, I want to say that right off the bat. You shouldn't.
Hey,
But my dad used to say, if it comes from the dirt, it can't hurt, right?
yes, sir.
Mushrooms, DMT is a natural thing. You're not supposed to smoke it, I'm pretty sure, but DMT, marijuana, stuff like peyote, stuff like that. Go out and do that shit. I mean, I'm not suggesting anybody do drugs, right? Because they are illegal.
After he just said, do 'em.
But let's see. I want to see what the peyote plant.
If you really think about it, have you seen like those pictures how they say like, hey, if you do these drugs, they actually let you see the real world, like how the world that actually really is. But like, I also heard of other ones where like they say like, hey, oh my gosh, it's Sergeant Radford.
Ah! What the fuck is that?
Doing
Recording my show
podcast. Yes, sir. Little fucking fiend. He felt the presence of the vape and it was coming right through.
He said, "Oh, the zoo can."
Actually, I don't really get wings.
This is what peyote. I found actually.
What is that?
It's peyote.
I've never ever heard of it.
You never seen peyote?
Nope.
Dude, it's fucking wild. They dry it and then they smoke it or make it into like tea, or eat it, and it's like a psychedelic shit.
So like shrooms.
It's wild. Yeah, kind of. But it's cactus.
Is this like also have that long term where you have to wait an hour or two for it to hit?
I don't know. I've never smoked or done peyote.
Oh. Like the first time I did shrooms, I waited a good solid 2 hours and then I was like, you know what? I'm not getting anything out of this. So I just started smoking, and then that's when everything went bad because
gotcha.
I was like,
oh.
For the people that have done shrooms, you know what I'm talking about. You literally be playing a game or like doing whatever, and then all of a sudden your body just starts vibrating. You're just like you're pulsating, and then all of a sudden you're fucking gone.
I'm not gonna incriminate myself, but I've heard this story from a good friend of mine doing ecstasy. Dude, feels so friendly. You know, I see that coming through the screen, and it's kind of fucking me up a little bit. I don't know, man. By no means would I ever say do drugs that could hurt you, because that's just dumb. Like, people out there doing fucking meth, and there was that stint where people did a crocodile that literally ate your skin and shit.
I don't know why people would do that.
Fuck that. Do shrooms.
Yeah, do shrooms.
Smoke some DMT.
First time doing shrooms, I remember my fingers literally looking like spaghetti. They stretched so long. I was so...
Ew, pescetti.
But you know what's so bad? After I did shrooms and it was like barely starting to hit me, I had to go drive an hour away back to my home. And it is so hard to focus when you think you're literally driving straight up. Like, I thought I was driving straight to the sky. I was like, what is going on? And like the whole time, I thought I was doing that, but in reality, I was just literally sliding off my freaking seat the whole time. So like it looked like I was going up, but it was just my body going lower and lower. I was like, what am I doing?
DMT is naturally occurring too. It says, I'm not going to... Dimethyltryptamine, something like that, is a chemical substance that occurs in many plants and animals, which is both a derivative and a structural analog to tryptamine. Huh. Well, there it is. DMT.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, neither do I. I just read it.
Look, man.
See, my thing is, I'm not that smart. I just memorize shit that smart people say.
And you're just like, I know everything.
Yeah, like listen, here's some facts for you.
Like the last episode, I just watched like 3 YouTube videos. I know everything. I am a master. I am a god.
Yeah.
Praise me now.
DMT. I don't know. There's things where... I hear that? That's kind of crazy. Like, I was watching Joe Rogan, and they were talking about what if... So the scientists have confirmed mathematically there are more than one dimensions, right?
Yeah.
What if these natural occurring chemicals are helping you open your eyes to those other dimensions, and you're just getting a little peek in there? The dimensions that are around us, and we just can't see them because our conscience only can process a certain
So you're
level.
telling me the crackheads really know what they're saying?
No. I'm not saying the crackheads know what the fuck's going on. I'm saying the people that do like DMT and mushrooms and hallucinogenics, what if they're peering into a certain reality that we can't see normally?
That would explain why they like see like stuff like moving. Because I remember whenever a buddy of mine took like LSD and stuff, he literally told me like there were so many colors, and then freaking like everything was like becoming a blob, and like
Yeah, what if you're just
maybe that's
opening to
how
a new spectrum?
Yeah, like a whole new thing. I think honestly, like drugs help you open your mind about stuff. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
they do.
Even so, it sounds kind of hippie-ish, but even if you get out, when I was at the peak of Kumatori, when I did my hike in Japan, when I got up there, it was almost like a high. Like I got to the peak, and when you look out over everything, you're like, holy shit. Like there's a couple seconds where you legitimately feel kind of high, and you're like, what the fuck? Like things stop making sense, other things make more sense.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit. Maybe it was the oxygen deprivation. But I don't think so. We weren't that high.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I would really be like so in depth whenever I be doing substances. I'm not saying I do them now or any other time, but in another dimension of me. I remember like doing that stuff, and I literally could feel everything about my body. Like like that feeling of like feeling your own heartbeat like go, feeling your blood go through you. Like it's so weird.
So I was watching. It's called The Midnight Gospel. It's on Netflix. So if anybody's a fan of Duncan Trussell, or they know who he is, or you want to see some shit that will kind of open your mind, go watch The Midnight Gospel. This fucking show, man. The last episode, he does. It's kind of like a podcast that's animated into a show. So it's interesting. Like it's cool to watch. The last episode, they talk about some stuff about being able to feel your inside. So I was laying in bed and I tried it. If you sit there and you just kind of think, you want to start by feeling the inside of your hand. Just wait, and you kind of let it flow. You can start feel some shit where you're like, oh, okay. And then she says, let that feeling travel up your arm. And then pretty soon you can feel it in your chest, and you can feel it in your legs, and you can feel your head in a sense that isn't like touching. You're not touching your head. You can feel the inside. And it's not scary, but it makes you think about your existence as a person.
Oh my God.
And it was cool to experiment with, which some people are like, that's fake. You were on drugs. I was completely sober. No alcohol, no nothing. And you took a couple minutes and just took a second and stopped thinking about all the shitty things that are going on, how stressed I am, and just relaxed. Every muscle in my body sank like a fucking blob into my mattress. And it was a feeling that I would happily recreate 24/7. Like I could feel the warmth in my core. And I was like, damn.
So better than the orgasm?
No.
Nothing beats that. I could feel every stroke.
Imagine mixing them.
I can feel it building up a clump just right in the middle of it, right above.
That's gross.
Going back to those old people that can't just shoot it out normally.
Comes out like dust.
It's like gotta mix it with water to make it to liquid.
Oh, that's gross.
It's a sad day, my dude. Sad day.
I don't know. There's certain feelings that you can recreate as a human naturally. There's others that you need a little bit of help. That's where I think DMT and mushrooms and certain strains of marijuana and fucking, stuff like that. Obviously, I don't agree with opioids and super addictive drugs like meth and cocaine and heroin and stuff like that, because that's just all around bad. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there are negative side effects to everything. But like DMT, it's a naturally occurring chemical. Marijuana, it's naturally grown. Mushrooms are the same thing. Like there's certain things that you can do that are better for you than you think.
Yeah.
Because there's this stigma that it's a drug. Oh, it should be illegal.
That's so dumb because we literally take drugs. What do you think your medicine's made out of?
Exactly. What do you fucking think penicillin is? Shit's mold.
Exactly.
Like, bitch, you're taking mold.
Shut up, liberals.
Oh my god, there's just certain things that I'm like, and this is where, not to get too far into politics, but this is where I kind of deviate from the conservative side, because there's like drugs, marijuana, even if you don't smoke it. So like say they're like, fine, you can grow it, but don't smoke it.
It's retarded.
First of all, that's not going to happen. People are going to smoke it. Second of all, there's so many things you can make out of the plant and the leaves and the fibers that just cannabis alone is so beneficial, or hemp is so beneficial to society. Like, you can make clothes, rope, paper.
Yes, sir.
You want to know what kind of fucking paper the Constitution's written on?
Weed.
Hemp paper.
Yes, sir.
So that's what people forget. Like, the shit that fucking the founding fathers were smoking wasn't tobacco. A lot of it was, but some of it was fucking marijuana and opioids. And people are like, oh, they were fucking these perfect men. No, yeah, fucking Ben Franklin was cheating on his wife, or Thomas Jefferson. One of the fucking, I don't know.
I did say Franklin was a player out there.
Some of these motherfuckers they were scummy.
Yeah,
but that was accepted then. And people, since they say the victors write history, since they're the ones who kind of were writing history, they're not going to see the negative side of things.
No, sir.
I don't know. It's
dropping some knowledge. Alexander Hamilton, the guy on the $20 bill, pretty sure that's him. He was one of the founding fathers. He was actually gay, and he had a wife, and he cheated on his wife with with his own with his best friend.
I thought you were about to say his sister, and I was like, that's gross.
No.
Andrew Jackson, dog.
Oh my
God. I knew you were wrong.
Which one was the Alexander Hamilton? The 50?
No.
No. He is in one of the bills. Let's get the facts first before I start spitting knowledge.
Yeah, it's a 50.
Yeah, the $50 bill.
A 10.
Oh, 10? Damn, you made me fuck up twice now. They're not gonna believe my story.
President Grant is on the 50.
So Alexander Hamilton, in the freaking $10 bill, this man has literally cheated on his wife multiple times. Literally was doing stuff with his best friend and all that stuff, but we don't get to see that part. We literally just hear the good parts about him. But like, this man,
they were great men, and I'm not saying they weren't.
Dude.
They were great men, but they were also scummy.
Scummy, but I mean,
scummy but great.
You gave us freedom, my dude.
Freedom. I don't know, man. It's just
natives better be appreciative. If it wasn't for the white man, you would still be over here running with spears. You'll be like, throwing the spear. Nah, we gave you clothes, my dude. We gave you a rifle.
I think they would have figured it out sooner or later, honestly.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because look, we literally, like in the last episode, we were looking up at tribes that have never even seen helicopters, never seen even clothing or anything like that.
So you think if Europeans never came to America, to North America, they would just still be running around in loincloths?
I believe so, because think about it. Like,
I don't know,
there was no reason for them to I don't know. Maybe I was about to say there was no reason for them to change, but they probably would.
Either way, sooner or later, somebody would, even if they came to the island or came to the continent and left. The things they saw, they'd still try to replicate. Like, they had boats. They weren't fucking non-moving people.
They're over there like Moana. Sailing the seven seas.
Moana. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I think they would have figured out a way to advance either way. And they would have been visited sooner or later.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that the whole continent would have been just left empty.
Hey, man, there's still islands that people live in, and they still haven't even... The only thing. Like think like in the last episode when we were talking about those that tribe that killed that person. How
Yeah.
do you think they thought like when they brought the body back that this man was wearing a button-up shirt and they just like how? How?
Damn, that's hella crazy.
Yeah, they were just looking
What
at
if
him.
they talked like that too? Like you would think they got some weird indigenous language and they just speak English, and they have this weird fucking accent. Man, that's hella crazy. Even the women speak like that.
Ooh, in the other podcast we should talk about language because that is so interesting to believe that everybody has a different language.
Oh yeah, and it's wild to think that things like Latin, like you can't speak Latin anymore. You could, but it's a dead language. No one in the world naturally speaks Latin.
Same thing as with tongue and all the other ones.
Tongue?
Yeah.
What's tongue?
Freaking demonic shit. Like,
Oh, that's Latin. Duh.
yeah, shout out to my fucking baby moms over there with her shit. Curse me all you want, I'ma still punch you.
I'm gonna knock your stupid ass out. Start a cursor.
Oh my god.
That's fucked up.
Hey man.
I don't know, man.
Shit happens.
We'll have to get that one on another show. Yeah, I don't. Things are weird, just in general. If you ever stop to just think about your life, right? You ever stop and you're just, like, I do it all the time. Sometimes I'll just sit here, like things will be playing, I'll be kind of watching it, but I'll just kind of think to myself for a couple seconds. I'm like, damn, it's wild that we're literally stardust. Right? You fucking make jokes, but it's true.
Calm down, Stoner. You're gonna be like, my brain named itself.
It did. You saw that meme, and so did I. Your brain, someone's brain named your brain.
Sad days.
That's
Sad
wild,
days.
right? You're a 8-pound. Think about this. Listen to this one. You're an 8-pound blob of flesh, right? Driving a fucking skeleton in a fucking meat suit.
Me too, my
That's
buddy.
wild.
It is. It really is.
And to think that there's other creatures out there that aren't as advanced. Like deer. They're the same thing, but they're not as smart.
That's like going to like evolution, like what Darwin said, and like other people said, like how we supposedly come from monkeys, and like they said, like
Monkey.
they said the only reason why like our head expanded like that, like where we could actually have like
Cognitive abilities.
yeah,
Yeah.
was due to the muscles in our freaking jaw. Because the gorillas,
Really?
yeah, because for gorillas they have a whole bunch of muscle right here in their jaw and stuff like that. So I guess that compresses their head. And later on in evolution, apparently we lost that muscle. Like our bite force is not as strong as the freaking
yeah.
monkeys. And then that muscle that was holding their like head back let us expand their mind. I could be bullshitting right now. I don't even know
You could
myself.
be making shit up.
I just remember this shit in high school. All right, buddy. Don't look
You
it
know
up.
what?
Don't
That's-
phrase me.
We talked about last week that like aliens and shit. We were talking about aliens. What if the only reason we evolved the way we did and as fast as we did is from genetic engineering from them? That's some things to think about. That's wild, right?
I don't know, man.
You know, I was thinking about, and speaking on how things change, right? This show this is the 10th episode, which is kind of a big deal for me because I've been doing this for 10 episodes. Like I've had this going for that long. And it's only been like 5-6 months, but like, I don't know, the way the original idea behind this show was to talk about things that the normal average person doesn't get to speak their mind on very often.
Abortion.
Well, careful. But like it's evolved to being able to talk about what the average person sees in life. Like I've talked about drugs quite a few times, and I've talked about experiences in the supernatural and aliens and fucking cryptids, and you know, even things down to like my view on safe spaces, which that's episode 1, baby. Shout out to the OG. But yeah, like speaking on how things change so quickly. In 5 months, this became an outlet for me, along with other people, to talk about things they don't get to normally talk about. Like, we picked a random topic. Last time we were talking about holidays. And it turned into aliens and all kinds of crazy shit.
Probes.
Yeah, probes.
Mechanical
This time we
dildos.
started talking about pet peeves, and we're at an hour and 15 minutes, and we were talking about drugs for a while, and fucking all kinds of shit. I don't know. It's cool. I like it. I like the way things change, because I don't think there's progress without change. You can't go your whole life doing the exact same thing and not expect to get some backlash from somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's certain things you can keep the same. Like, I'll never cheat on somebody. I won't. That's something I'll never do. Not as revenge, not as anything. But things evolve, like how I view relationships. It was, I never wanted a one-night stand, and then I had like 9. And now I'm back to where, like, that changed. And then I'm back to where, I'd like to be in a committed relationship. But I base it on different things. I'm not just lusting after somebody. I'm looking for a vibe.
Yes, sir.
They gotta pass the vibe check. You know what I'm saying?
The vibe check.
The vibe check.
Test. If you want to date Benny, gotta pass the vibe.
You gotta pass the vibe check. You know what? Last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll kind of come to an end. I think it's crazy how people are so divided on their views. Like, they seem to not be able to respect each other and just be like, yeah, you see it different. They're like, nah, fuck you, you're a piece of shit.
I don't know. That shit is really difficult, because think about it. There's people that are into cannibalism, and there's people that are like, shit's wrong.
Just don't murder people. That's what I say. If you want to eat somebody, make sure they're dead first. Just go to the morgue.
But the spoiled meat, you're a hunter. You know what's up. You don't want to eat something that's dead. You want that shit fresh.
Yeah, but, I mean, you got to make sacrifices.
You got to meet in the middle.
Meat. Jesus, that got weird. But, I mean, like, obviously I don't condone cannibalism. But if that's what you want to do, man, just make sure they're already dead and you have their consent. Don't rob graves and don't murder people. Whatever. The only thing I will never agree with is pedophilia.
Oh,
where do you want to fuck a child, you fucking weirdo?
That shit's been going on since, like,
Joe Rogan said it,
back.
and this is the way I view it. It's not now. Those times are over. Stop doing that shit. This is the way I view it. A man that wants to fuck a little kid is like a dog that only bites people in the dick. You kill them, crazy motherfucker. Like, that's what you should do with people who want to fuck kids. And if you send them to jail and you don't kill them, when they get out, they won't have any friends.
Bad point.
Like, nobody's, this is coming from the same comedy show. Nobody's ever gotten a friend and they're like, yeah, he went to jail because he used to fuck kids, but now he's cool. Like, no, nobody does that. They get out and they don't have any friends. It's true, man.
You have
it's
to literally
weird.
go to their neighbors and be like, I used to touch little kids.
All right, man. We'll bring it to an end. Before I leave you, first of all, thank you for doing this episode with me. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to. Time flies a little bit faster. The podcast gets to be a little bit better, and I get feedback. I want to leave you with one of my many, many life quotes, life mottos that I live by. Listen, you got to live fast, smoke grass, and eat ass, and that's all I'll say. Hey, as always, hit me up on Twitter. It should still be fucking Carson_Benedict. I'm the goofy looking bitch in the profile picture.
Look for a big white little Yeti.
Yeah, look for a big white guy. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram. It should be up. I don't know what the fucking name is though, so I'll look. It should just be Carson Benedict. I don't know. There's nothing crazy. I'm a pretty basic guy. But hit me up. Let me know if there's something you want to hear about. Leave me a comment. Like, subscribe. I need the support. I need it. Yeah, but like I said, like, subscribe, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Shit, if you have my Snapchat and somebody wants to send me something, give them my Snapchat. I don't really care. I add people back. I don't filter anything. We'll see you next week. This is the Average Joe's Coffee Show. Deuces. I pressed the right button that time. Fuck yeah. No, I didn't. Shit.